Welcome to the treasure room.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Prepare for vault door opening.
That's right, we're going to get this Fallout 76 going on, everybody. That one right there, we're not going to miss today. We're going to get in there, we're going to get it going. I'll put a 1 in the chat if you can see and hear me, and you'll show up, boom, right over there. Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Kismet. I shall be your overseer today in Vault 45. If you're not familiar with Fallout, everybody, this is an overseer's desk, which I made many years ago. And then these are some of the games, not all of them, but a whole lot of them. That scrolls for 5 minutes, everybody. If you're new to my stream, this will actually scroll for 5 minutes. That's how many games that we've played. And just so many more, and a lot of fantastic games like Valheim. Over here we have Before We Leave, an incredibly fun game. Overcooked, a 2 Point Hospital, incredibly great game, and so on and so on and so on. And just so many massively awesome games, and then so many that are not even on there. But I can go in and add even more. Oh, Dyson Sphere program. I played every single one of these, by the way, on stream, and so many more. And again, if you're new to my stream, my name is Kismet. I've been gaming for 50 years. That's right, half a century, everybody. My first gaming console was the first gaming console, the Magnavox Odyssey, in the early 70s. And I've been very lucky in my life, everybody. I've done a lot of amazing things. When you look back at your life, you don't realize it in the moment how incredibly lucky and amazing that the moment of it is. But as you get older, you kind of reflect, and then you also savor those moments more often as you go along, because you realize how truly special they are as you're going through. When I was young, I was doing graphic design, and I was like in the moment when all the traditional graphic design and all the traditional way of doing things was converting over to these new things called computers. Right? Remember those things? Yes. So it's switching over to that. And so what I did is I designed things like this. That's right, where it was like the covers, or see like this, like Spider-Man. You'd have an artist go ahead and do this part, and then I would do the text and the graphics and all of that stuff. And all those things is, when you used to get the books, when you buy your things, you buy it in a box. And so I do the cover art, I do the inside stuff. I do all the little text on all the other things. I did CDs and even records, everybody, way back in the day, the cover art of the records, and even the stuff that was on the label and all of that. And then that times everything else you could possibly think of in graphic design, I did that for 35 plus years. Very, very incredibly great. Oh, there's a great game, everybody. Got us. Ooh, that's a fantastic game. I'll play another playthrough of that. I wish they would make the mobile version some of the stuff they do in the mobile version. Same thing with Fallout Shelter. They would add it to the PC version. They're only updating the mobile version, adding new features to that, but they don't add it to the PC version, which I think is a misservice to the actual game. I think they should definitely get in there, but of course that all costs dev costs and money and whatnot, and that's probably why they don't do it. But still, especially Fallout Shelter. Fallout Shelter is massively a success, way beyond actually any of their other franchises, by the way. That Fallout Shelter, man, it took off like a rocket. They probably made more in Fallout Shelter than they did on the entire rest of the Fallout franchise. I know it seems weird, everybody, especially when you're playing like, New Vegas, which is incredibly fantastic, or Fallout 3. My personal favorite, Fallout 4. You're like, kidding me? No, New Vegas is better. Well, each their own, bro. I like the building in Fallout 4 more than I like the storyline and whatnot. The building is very, very fun. I'm very addicted to building. As you can see, boom, right in here where I'm sitting in my little Venus flytrap right now, which is actually a bed in game. I love the whole building part. It's probably what makes it magical for a huge chunk of the people who like to build and do camps and all that stuff. And that's probably what saved this game, by the way. It saved Fallout 76 because they went in a whole way that the whole entire Fallout community went, no. They went like PvP and they tried to make it into like a PUBG style game. And then it's just like you're playing Fallout, everybody. It comes up at the top and it says, everybody hated that. I think it's still dumb that they have PvP in the game. They still do. It's dead. Don't do it. It's annoying more than anything else. But people come in, destroy your camp, and they'll nuke your area, and they'll do all of that ridiculous stuff. Ooh, a little lag there. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, it restarted. Speaking of Fallout Shelter, there it is. But yeah, so I find it to be very fun. If you go into it with the right mindset, everybody, Fallout 4 with friends. That's pretty much what Fallout 76 is. It has a lot of the same mechanics, but it does have its own unique story. It's in a whole different location, and they have they took like the Z team, which is like the worst team ever, go in, and it has all sorts of technical problems. Now, here's the thing. I didn't have technical problems. It's just like No Man's Sky, buddy. A whole bunch of people had technical issues, overpromised and underdelivered, that kind of thing. Now, I didn't have those problems. I didn't have the problem with Fallout 76, but I can empathize with people who are constantly having crashes. They can't get in the game. They can't do all of that stuff, and that sucks, everybody. It sucks big time. So, see you there. Oh, you can't see it, but TARDIS just went in the thing. There he goes. Then he just came out of there. That's pretty funny. But let's get into it, everybody. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Again, sorry, I was running just a little bit behind, but I was very much asleep just about 30 minutes ago. 45 minutes now. I said, that's it. No, not missing 76 today. We're going to get up and we're going to get some 76 done. We got to get our season going. And so I basically crowbarred myself out of the bed and said, come on, we can do this. Let's get our dailies and weeklies done. Space Benji coming in, showing some love. Thank you very much for coming in. TARDIS saying hi. Hello, TARDIS. Foggy Mouse, a mod, and co-conspirator in 7 Days to Die and other games. Thanks for coming in and backing me up. I appreciate it. Wombat coming in, saying hello. Hi, Wombat. Thanks for coming in, chilling out in the channel. Oh, look at all these ones. There we go. TARDIS, Wombat, Space Benji, Jay, and Foggy, all bringing the love. Thank you very much for that love. Oh, there we go. Rotisserie G, and one of my favorite people in the world, everybody, right there, Monsterholic. Say happy partner anniversary. Yes, it is my partner anniversary, everybody. 7 years as a partner. Guess what? Monsterholic was there. That's right. He was there when I became a partner. We went to TwitchCon together and just had the greatest time. Those are some of the happiest times of my life, by the way, everybody. Those incredible moments. See, I didn't appreciate them when I was young, like I was talking about. I didn't appreciate how lucky I was to be there in the moment when digital and traditional graphic design came together. And I was like one of the very few people who knew both, everybody. People didn't know computers back then. They thought them as a threat more than they thought them as a tool, and now they're just tools, everybody, just like anything. Like, this is a tool for me to do timer, and for me to do it as a flashlight or a camera or whatever. It's just a tool, and into the means. Same thing with consoles or mobile or PCs or Macs or whatever, Linux, whatever you feel like using. Just think of it more of a tool than anything else. Just like you would a screwdriver or a wrench. A screwdriver does an amazing job of being a screwdriver and doing what a screwdriver does, and a wrench does what a wrench does. I look at them all as tools. I don't care if you got Xbox or PlayStation or mobile or whatever. That's actually not the intended purpose of those things. The intended purpose of those things as a tool is to play games that you want to play with whoever you want to play it with. So that's why I hate the exclusive stuff. I want all that stuff available for everybody to play with whoever they want to play with. And the first company that does that is the company that's got my vote and got my dollar bill. That's it. That's what I've decided. So if Xbox says, you know what, screw this exclusive stuff, they're already in third place anyway, everybody. It's their smartest option. We're going to go in and we're just going to let everybody play whatever console you're on or whatever platform you're on with the people you want to play with, and play all the games you want to play. That's it. Boom. That's what they should do. And say, look, we're going to go way more customer friendly instead of this walled garden crap where you have to, you have to buy every single console. You have to do all this stuff just to play the games that you want to play. And then you can't play with your friend because your friend's got Xbox and you got PlayStation or PlayStation Xbox, or you got mobile or whatever. That's all ridiculous crap. They should take that away. It was dumb back in the day. It's still dumb today. And especially, God, it's 2024, everybody. Come on, stop with that stupid exclusive crap. Now, I can understand you got Halo, you got Mario, you got PlayStation, whatever. I forget what the main thing is over on Space Station. I don't know. Is it Sonic? I can't remember. What's the main game, the signature game on PlayStation, other than like God of War and all of that? What's their main one? You just tell me in the chat. I forgot. But whatever their main one is, okay, I understand those. Okay, have those exclusive. Fine. Okay, good. It still sucks, but whatever. I think that all the other games, like Fallout 76 is a great example. Why can we not play with the people we want to play with across platform? I mean, come on, at least Xbox. Jeez, I mean, how long is this going to take? Flip the switch already. Flip the switch. Like, it's really hard to do. I don't care about the hardness of stuff. I care about if you get in there and you get it done. Now, I know there's some really brilliant people over there at Xbox, at PlayStation, at Bethesda, at wherever that could make that happen. Oh, yeah, there's just people just sitting there waiting, everybody. They're just waiting to do it. Now, you got to have the will to make stuff happen. That's what makes things happen. The will to do it. So they need to get off their butt and get going. I'm sure they've looked into it 1,000 times, everybody. But come on, they're actually owned by Microsoft now, and they actually have a bunch of things they can just go and get going on. So there you go. I'm new. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to call you OM for short. OM coming in and said, how are you guys? I'm doing good. That's what's on you bringing that love lurker train. Thank you very much for that love. Always great to see you, Monster Holic. Thank you very much for coming in, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, can you believe it was 7 years ago that we went to TwitchCon because I went to TwitchCon at about a month or two before TwitchCon, but it was like in October. So in August, I became a partner, and then TwitchCon was in October. So I had to switch my badge, which I didn't mind, everybody, from an affiliate or the regular badge to a partner badge, and you got to go in a special partner line and got to go right in TwitchCon. It was awesome, everybody. Again, one of those signature moments that I enjoyed in the moment for once. Instead of looking back and say, wow, that was an amazing thing, I actually enjoyed it in the moment. I had a bunch of awesome sponsors. I gave away thousands of free candy bars and free desserts, and we gave away all these little Kismet gifts to people. Why? These are random strangers, everybody, because it made them smile, because it brought them a little bit of joy in their day. And I thought that was probably my favorite thing that I've done is to just spend 6 months. That was a lot of work, everybody, a lot of work and a lot of cash. And I'm still paying that stuff off, everybody. That stuff's still on my credit card to this time. I went in and brought my mods. I paid for their hotel. We paid for all of that. I spent 6 months streaming just to raise those funds. That wasn't for me, by the way. It was just for them. And a lot of that other stuff I put on the credit card and whatnot and just YOLO'd it. You know how it goes. And it worked out. It was amazing. You got to think of this. I just thought of it one day. It's not like someone came to me and said, hey, Kismet, we're going to sponsor you to go to TwitchCon or whatever. I had to raise all those funds myself for years, by the way. I did 1 year and then next year and the next year. And that stuff just worked out. It was like it's like magic, everybody. It really shows you if you really want to work at something, it happens. And it's happened to me again and again and again. And now I'm at a stage in my life, everybody, I try to enjoy the moment, right? Enjoy that magical moment that happens through you just putting a lot of effort into it. And then the flip side of it, or the companion side to it is a better way of saying it, is all the love that I've gotten here on the stream. Just incredibly amazing, everybody. You guys are the reason I'm alive today. I'm not kidding. It's not a joke. I'm not trying to look for sympathy or you guys to hit the sub button. It's a true fact, and that's just the way it is. I am alive today because I didn't, one, give up when my doctors told me to lay down and die, so give them the finger, everybody. I can't do it here on stream, but I'm virtually doing it right now in my head. So my doctors basically told me to lay down and die, and I told them to go screw themselves. I said, no, I'm not going to die at 45 years old. Forget that. My dad lived into his 80s, and my wife's grandparents lived in their 90s, and I'm going to try to get at least one more day. And I've been doing one more day for a decade, everybody. Yeah, 365 times 10. That's 3,650 days of saying one more day. And one more day today, everybody. We're going to do it. All right. Now, if that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what I can do to tell you to get out there and enjoy your life. Do what you want to do. You answer to nobody. I don't answer to anybody, everybody. I'm taking my dues time and time again. I'm still taking it. But I still get up every day and I try to bring a little joy and positivity, a little entertainment here in the stream. So we're going to get that going. We're going to first say hello to everybody as well. Hello. Hope you have a great stream. Thank you, Laughing Zeus. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Monsterholic said, unforgettable moments, lifelong memories. Thank you for those experiences, Kismet. Thank you, Monsterholic. I still got my quantum right over here. One of my most valuable things because Monsterholic. Now, I never expect things, everybody, like gifts or things of that nature. But Monsterholic actually brought me a bunch of Fallout stuff. I had a Fallout lunch pail, and in there was like a Nuka-Cola Quantum, everybody. If you're a Fallout fan, everybody, I should grab it, but it's over there. It's over there. I have it sitting on my desk. It inspires me every day. But I actually have a Nuka-Cola Quantum, and he's the one that gave it to me. It's like one of my most precious things. I keep my kids away from it. I don't let anybody touch it. And it inspires me every day because that was such a kind thing for him to bring that to TwitchCon. And I have a whole bunch of other stuff he gave me too, along with that Fallout. It was like a little Fallout kit. And it was completely unexpected, and that's what was made it special, everybody, is that all of a sudden it's like, hey, cool, Nuka-Cola Quantum, awesome. I didn't even know you could get Nuka-Cola Quantums. I have no idea. Very cool. And then another time I went to TwitchCon, and they had my name on a Coca-Cola. It says Kismet on one of those old bottles of Coca-Cola, and I keep that as well. I never opened any of those. I keep those as mementos. The few things that I keep as mementos, everybody, they're like things that I really like, or usually small things, like, you know, you got your holotapes. This actually came with a screwdriver kit, so I have little Vault-Tec screwdriver kits I use for my computer and whatnot, which is really cool. So again, everybody, those were special moments. Thank you, Monsterholic. I greatly appreciate that. And still this day, I think about all the crazy things that we did. And, you know, I think I had I raised funds for like 5 mods to go to TwitchCon, but that's pretty expensive. Pretty expensive back in those days, even more expensive now. But that was thousands and thousands of dollars. And you got to think over 6 months of streaming to raise those funds. That's also thousands and thousands of hours of me streaming just to raise those funds. To go and do that. But man, it was magical. All my mods were running around and they were handing out all sorts of stuff, and we all bonded together in real life. We met a whole bunch of other streamers that we knew. I actually started that trend where everybody would bring their mods, because I was the first one to do it. Everybody would bring their mods to TwitchCon. So then the next year, everybody was bringing their mods. So not only did it start with mine, but it also carried over to other streamers who then started bringing their mods as a thank you for all of their help and whatnot. So very, very fun, everybody. Again, I look back at those moments and and just say, wow, that was an amazing thing, everybody. That's an amazing thing that happened. That's a real life thing that happened to me, everybody. That's amazing, I think. You got to relish in those amazing moments. If you're not having enough amazing moments in your life, everybody, you're just not taking enough risks. That was a huge risk because I could have went and spent all that money and then everything gone wrong, which, you know, it's going to go wrong anyway. Just expect things to go wrong, everybody. That's how it is in my stream. Things go off the rails all the time. And I just embrace it now. Like we'll get to TwitchCon and then something will go wrong. They didn't ship me the stuff, or I had stuff all set up and that stuff didn't go up. But most of the stuff went right, everybody. I streamed on the homepage of Twitch multiple times, live from the thing. I also did some other cool stuff where they have this one called the Unlimited Backpack, and you get that backpack on, and then me and my mods would walk around, and we wandered the whole entire show virtually, where you guys could go and join us at the show live streaming while we're walking around, which is awesome. And we had so much fun, and they had concert or whatever. Now, I'm not a big concert goer. My wife's more a concert goer than me. But I went to a concert with, I think it was Nooshki. Yeah, Nooshki, I went to a concert with. We went to a party, a Discord party with Monsterholic. And again, I would take my mods. I would switch which mod I went to which thing. So my mods got to, have a sample of everything. Man, we did a whole bunch of fun things, a massive amount. And I go on and on and on for like 5 hours, everybody, with all the cool things that we did together. And again, those are cherished memories, everybody. And I tried to enjoy them in the moment. And I went to a bunch of partner parties and all of that fun stuff along the way. And I'm not like a heavy drinker. I don't do drugs or drink alcohol anymore because I order a rum and Coke with no rum because I can't drink anymore because I do have a constant vertigo, constant dizziness, and so I fall down without the drinking. I'm way ahead of everybody else, but I don't need to drink. I just fall down already. It's kind of like I'm ahead of everybody, just like that. Yeah, sorry about those ads. Twitch trying to stay in business, and so am I. But hopefully one day they get their ad stuff under control, more like YouTube. But you do what you got to do to survive, right? Still paying off those Twitch cards. Still paying that off. Oh, God, I hope one day I can pay that off. But see, at my age, everybody, I'm 54 now. I started almost a decade ago as a Twitch streamer, and I tried it on my birthday, and I was 45 years old. That's why I call it Volt 45, everybody, here in the stream. And I said, you know what? I've been ill for over a year. I've been to 11 different doctors. I've done all these things. I had to step down from my job from this little tiny company you might have heard of as a senior tech, making that big money, working from home. I'm up there with the most elite peeps in the company. I'm working with some of the best people in the world. I've worked my entire career to get that, and I had to step down from that job. I had to step down. Now, here I got no job. Tons of bills. I got 3 kids. What am I going to do, everybody? Well, I had to make a choice. Lay down and die or get up and do something. And so I got up and I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to try to figure out how to get this mobile game and try to play it on stream. And it was Fallout Shelter. And so I said, I don't see anybody else is streaming it. I'm going to see if I can figure this out. And so I figured out how to get mobile to run to my old Mac from like 2014 because I'm a graphic designer, so obviously I use Apple Mac, but you could use PCs just as easy now, everybody. It's where I started way back in the day in the 80s and 90s, where graphic design started and was heavy Mac because PCs just crash all the time. They still crash to this day, but I use a lot of PCs in here, and to me, it's just a tool, everybody. Whether you're using Mac or PC or Linux or whatever, it's just a tool to do the thing that you want to do. Don't look at it as anything more special than that. That's all it is. It's just memory and hard drives and blah, blah, blah. It only does what you want it to do. It's an end to a means that you're trying to do. So that's what I did. And here I am 8 years, 9 years later. Yeah, 9 years later now, and 7 years as a partner today. So again, enjoy the moment, everybody. I'm still around. I'm still here at 54. So amazing. And we're going to have some fun today. And I'm actually better today than I was on that first day and all the days leading up to this day. And I've slowly improved my health over time. You can see me streaming longer. You can see me streaming more. Just having an incredibly great time playing 7 Days to Die, playing Fallout, these favorite series of mine. And then coming up soon, everybody, next month, holy mackerel. satisfactory full release. Oh, I lived long enough to see the day, everybody. Well, I haven't lived that long yet. We haven't made it yet, but we didn't make it until the release of 7 Days to Die, which is 12 years in the making, everybody. That's before I started streaming that came out. Now, of course, I've also been on in streaming since it began, like in Justin TV from before. I actually had a separate account in Justin TV, and then I missed the window in which you could move your account from Justin TV to Twitch. So I had to make a new account, Kismet Ring of Destiny, which is my old guild name. And then they gave me my name, everybody. They went in and gave me Kismet, twitch.tv/Kismet. And then that was it. It was on. It was on like Donkey Kong when I became a partner. That was like a partner gift. They said, hey, Kismet, we're going to give you your name. You don't have to put the rest of that in there. Just take the rest of that out. The name of your channel is Kismet now. Because I am the Kismet, everybody. Everybody else try to use my name. I had that name before they were born, everybody. I've always been called that. I'm called that more in real life than anything else, especially when they're calling me late for dinner or they're calling me bad names. Normally, they put a Kismet in the front. Hey, Kismet, you bastard, or whatever in front of that. So there you go. So I'm the one, the only. There we go. Gork's coming in and said, hello, Kismet in chat. Thank you for coming in and hanging out. Laughing Zeus saying hi. Spider-Man, yes. Oh, such a great thing. Sadly, I cannot play it on the stream with that music, but Spider-Man is one of the few ones that I've 100%ed, everybody. I think I 100%ed it twice, by the way. I played the whole thing through twice. I played the one way through the one thing, and I come back and I played it again. Mostly off stream, sadly, because of the music, because I wanted to play it with the music, and it's amazing. It's incredibly, that's like a milestone in gaming. There's a lot of milestones, like, you know, the old school TIE Fighter, the old school Witcher 3. Man, I can think of so many milestones along the way that were just like just genre-defining games, and I was there for all of them. Speaking of it right there, everybody. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Skyrim right there. Awesome. Another one, landmark game. Gore's coming in, hanging out. That partner party was insane, wasn't it? Oh, it sure was. We had a good time. One of the times I was there and I brought... I think it was Nushki to the party. And again, I usually switch off my mods so everybody gets to have fun at the partner party. And I brought Nushki to the party, and one of the creators that she absolutely loved, who I didn't really know, everybody, was a person who sang, and she was partially deaf, and I'm partially deaf. And I saw her behind her, and she's like, oh my God, that's such and such person. And I didn't know, because I'm of the age, everybody, that, you know, I don't get embarrassed. I don't care. I just talk to people and say, hey, how you doing? Oh, good to meet you, whatever. I'm kind of one of those people that has to warm up at a party, though, first, before I get and start talking to people. So I'll get myself a drink, like a, you know, rum and Coke without the rum. I think it's called a Nacho Libre or something like that. I forget what they call it. What do they call it when you get a rum and Coke without the rum in it? I think it's Nacho Libre or something like that. So I got that drink, and I was drinking a little bit, and she said that, and I said, oh, excuse me. She got embarrassed. It was pretty funny. Said, hi, I hear that you're a singer and you're all sorts of stuff. She's partially deaf, and she's an amazing singer at the same time. She's like, yes, that's what I do. And I said, oh, I'm a streamer as well. I'm a partner, and this is my awesome mod. She said that she really would love to meet you and whatnot, and she turned around, and she got to meet one of her favorite peeps. Now, funny thing is, everybody, I'm of the person that tries to, you know, keep myself grounded as a reality person, right? So, when, you know, don't get a big head about, oh, look at me, I'm a special Twitch partner or whatever. So I never, like, use that ego part of you that, you know, that you should really let go in your life, everybody. Don't let your ego block you from doing things or being a decent person in life. And so she just absolutely loved that she got to meet one of her special peeps. And one year I said, hey, everybody, I'm going to sign your shirts, right? So people who donated to get my mods to TwitchCon, I would get you a Kismet shirt and a whole Kismet package, and we would go collect stuff at TwitchCon, and then we would send it to all the peeps who supported getting my mods to TwitchCon. That was a lot of fun because my mods would go around and they would collect stuff, and then we put it in like care packages and we'd send it to the peeps who obviously couldn't afford or couldn't attend a TwitchCon. So all of the stuff that we would normally just keep for ourselves, we took and we gave to the supporters who brought everybody to TwitchCon. And so one of the times, and this is like a fate thing, everybody, I said, okay, well, who do you want to sign it? Because I can go around also while I was at TwitchCon and have other streamers sign it and have, people at the Bethesda booth sign it and whatnot. And one of my favorite ones, and I forget who it is, I'm sure you guys remember in the chat, I forget who specifically it was, because I have terrible memory for those type of things. But they said, oh, I only want one signature. And I'm like, oh, just okay, they just want my signature. And this is great. This is a great ego check, everybody. And I'm like, okay, that's easy. I'll just sign it. And then I'll get my mods to sign it. And we'll just have a random streamer sign it as we go. And they said, oh, I just want to have, oh, God, what's her name? Oh, forgot her name now. Lady Devon, there it is. I knew it was in there. Lady Devon signed it from Bethesda. And I'd heard of Lady Devon, and she had just got to go to Bethesda and whatnot. And so I contacted her on Twitter and I said, hey, Lady Devon, are you going to be at TwitchCon? Because one of my community members wants me to have you come and sign one of my Kismet t-shirts, whatever. And she said, no, but I can see if I can go. And so we actually got her to be able to go to TwitchCon because we contacted her on Twitter. And so she ended up at TwitchCon. I go to the Bethesda booth dressed up as the Wasteland Tycoon, my yellow fedora and my suit and whatnot. They gave me like a whole bag of goodies, an influencer bag with a whole bunch of stuff, which I, of course, gave out to all of you guys who help support my mods. And then we had Lady Devon sign the shirt. But you know what else happened? It was like magical. Oh, look, it gives me goosebumps, everybody. It was like a magical moment because everyone at the Bethesda booth, I'm talking all of the devs and some of the top peeps over there, signed the shirt as well. So I said, well, let's get everybody to sign. You just come on, let's sign it. And I wanted to keep that for myself, everybody. That was so, you have no idea what a lucky moment that was because everybody was all excited about it and they all started signing it. And we had not only I had my signature on there and my mod signature, but everybody at the Bethesda booth, including Lady Devon and a lot of other peeps who you see all the time from Bethesda. Sadly, no Todd Howard. He wasn't around. I also was on the main Bethesda Twitter page. I've also been on Bethesda's Twitch many times as well. Just so incredibly amazing that whole entire thing just happened, all over a signature that was not mine. You gotta think of that, everybody. I let go of that ego thinking, oh, it was they want me to sign, but no, they wanted someone else to sign, and then that became something magical. Again, you never know, everybody. You never know around the corner or and all the things that you do. You never know what's going to happen. I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't coordinate all of that. I was just going to get Lady Devon to sign it. And then all the other devs signed it who were there. There was like 100 people there, everybody. It was amazing. Again, that would have been amazing to get Todd Howard on there, though. That would have been cool. And then I took that shirt and with a whole bunch of other goodies that we got from TwitchCon, and I sent that off. And that person has it right now. They have it right now. Yeah, and that's one of those moments that will never come again. Because they very rarely ever went to conventions, everybody. They very rarely did. It just happened to be that one time they were there, and they've never gone again. Pretty amazing, I think. I think that's like a memento that you can't put a price on, for sure. Kez, if you want, you can call me Oman or 42, whatever you prefer. Ooh, I like All right, or OM. Is it Om or OM? You let me know. There you go. So I can stop butchering your name. I butcher everybody's name, not on purpose. It just happens. Dio in the chat. Thank you for that lurker love. I appreciate that. Did you play Fallout London? I have not gotten a chance to play it yet. It is on my list. I hear that it is awesome. I hear that I had some technical problems, but it seems to be better now. So very, very excited about playing that for sure. Yeah, sorry about those ads. There you go. Did you play Infamous? That's a good question. That's a good question. I can't remember. You got to think that I've played thousands of games. Oh, look, that's a really good game. Factorio, everybody. Factorio, incredibly fantastic game. If you fail 100 shots if you don't shoot. Yes, you fail every time you don't try. Absolutely. And again, you got to think, everybody, I'm in my 50s now. You know how hard it is to become a Twitch partner when you're 45, 50? That's incredibly difficult. Like 0.01% chance out of 100%. Like 100%, 0.01% chance. And bam, here I am, Twitch partner, and still been a Twitch partner for 7 years, everybody. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Again, you got to enjoy those moments, everybody. Enjoy those people that you love. Enjoy those moments together. Enjoy these magical things that happen along the way, because you're going to have a lot of times that tough stuff happens to you. Like having all these medical conditions and being like in a constant suffering all the time, that sucks. So you got to enjoy the moments that you can enjoy, right? Enjoy the upsides of all the downsides in life. And life is like a big scale, everybody. When you have amazing things happen to you, and I see it happen all the time. It's like a fate thing. Like when people becomes massively successful and, you know, they become a celebrity or they become a musician and they start really going off and they start making a lot of money and whatnot. So the scale starts going up over here, right? Okay, yes, I'm making money. I'm successful. And then a family member passes away. Boom, boom, that big scale, everybody, that big scale in life. And I've seen it happen to many, many people who are massively successful. They have this big upside, but then you also have the downside of that. Watch so many stories, everybody, so many stories of musicians, of actors, of all those things where they have all this success, but their parents never seen that, their loved ones never seen it because they passed away or they had some tragedy happen, or they had some scummy people around them which got them hooked on drugs or alcohol or whatever, so they can siphon their money from them. Everybody, that's why they do that. That's why they get you addicted to cigarettes, is because they want to siphon your money. That's what they want to do. They want to get you addicted to drugs and to alcohol, so they're siphoning your hard-earned money that you spent all that time earning. They want to siphon that off of you, so they make the money. So watch out for that, everybody. That's the purpose of those things. That's the way I look at it anyway. The purpose of those things is to siphon your money from you, and they don't care about you. They don't care whether you live or die or whatever. You're just a cash dollar bill. That's it. That's all they care about. Same thing with politicians and all that other stuff. They're all liars, everybody. That's their job. Their job description, like, you know, when you go and you go to job and you got to have these certain skills, their job description is liar, deceiver, manipulator, all of them. Every one of them. That's their job. That's the job they decided to take on. That's the requirements to be in that job. That's why people go, Kismet, you should be president. Nah, that's a terrible job. I don't want to be president. I don't want to be doing that because they don't do their job. Their job is to work together with people, even if they have difference in opinion. Their job is to work together to make your life and my life and everybody else's life better. But look at our lives right now, everybody, 10 times the cost of just about everything in the world. And all the people who are at the bottom or at the middle are sliding down, and the only people who are going up are the people at the top. When you have to go to the store and it's a $10 gallon of milk, that's a lot. That's pretty expensive, everybody. That's crazy. That's like, it used to cost like $1.75 for a gallon of milk. Not just a little milk. I'm talking a gallon of milk. And some people like in certain states like California and Hawaii and all of that, this stuff's like $10 a gallon, everybody. It's pretty crazy. And also in Europe and whatnot as well. Always milk is a good milestone to know inflation. And whatnot, the basic necessities, which is milk, bread, things of that nature, how much that stuff costs. And right now, just in the last 4 years, it's just expensive. The other thing is like my kids, everybody, I have 3 kids, and their ability to get a house. You know, the inflation rate of houses, whoa, man, it's not even like this. It's like, whoosh boom, like this. So it's like nearly impossible for anybody to afford a house. You go buy yourself a truck, everybody. Have you looked at the cost of trucks lately? If you looked at, like, you go get yourself like a work truck, right? It used to cost 20, 30, 40,000 at the top end. Now they cost 110,000, like the cost of a house to buy a truck. Come on. That's ridiculous. You think my kid's going to be able to get $100,000 just for a truck at their thing? It's nuts, everybody. It's nuts. That's what they should be working on. They should not be working on all that other crap that they're wasting time on. They should be working on the cost of food, water, shelter, and transportation. Those are the things they should be working on every single minute of every single day. That's what they should be working on. And I don't care about your political views and your this side or that side. There was a time, everybody, in the world, in my day, in the old school days, where you could disagree with other people, and that's okay. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. I know it's a crazy thought nowadays, everybody. It's either you got to be one way or you got to be, oh, I'm going to get disconnected. You got to be one way or you got to be another. You got to be one extreme or you got to be another. But I think there's a whole lot of people who don't care about either of that crap. You know what they want to do? They want to go to work. They want to have a reasonable amount of food and water that they can afford, and they want to have their kids grow up and have a great education and have a great rest of their life. They want to seek out that happiness, at least as much as they can find. A little happiness each day. And really fantastic actor, the Loki guy, the old school Loki, who I absolutely love, who I can't remember his name. Let me know in the chat, everybody, from the Loki thing. His wife used to say, sadly she passed away, but she said you try to get a little pocket full of happiness every single day. And I think that is a fantastic way of looking at life, everybody. Just get a tiny pocket full of happiness each day, and that's what streaming is for me. Every single day, every single time. It's incredibly fun. And you're like, well, Kismet, go play the game or whatever. The most fun part of streaming is doing what I'm doing right now, which is talking to you guys. That's the magic. That's where it's at, everybody, is the enjoyment of sharing something that you love to do with other people who love to do it as well. And even if they say, Kismet, Fallout sucks, and Fallout 76 is the worst game ever, people still watch even though they don't like the games I'm playing, by the way. Sometimes I'm playing like Smite or I'm playing whatever. I'm playing other games, and they're like, Kismet, I hate this game, but I love hanging out in the chat because you just tell it to us straight. You just tell it to us straight. You don't BS, you don't lie, you don't cheat, you don't do all of that stuff. You just tell it to us straight. And those are my favorite moments, everybody. And hanging out with my mods and hanging out with all of you, those are my favorite moments for sure. There you go. Cost of things. Let's see. I live all my life in Argentina. Oh, cool. I came to Spain about 5 months. The cost of livings here are 1/5 of the things in Argentina. Really, really. That's why I moved to Tennessee, by the way. I used to live in California. And California is like one of the most expensive places to live in the world, everybody. It's crazy. Just like New York and Hawaii, it's absolutely nuts. And now they're doing crazy things like people can steal like $1,000 worth of stuff and not go to jail. They're not like arresting people, which is weird. They're doing the same thing in New York. There's no deterrent of being a thief. So people just go in and start stealing. Well, some of those people are in desperate, situations because milk is, $10. So if you want to, first thing you got to do is reduce the cost of goods so people don't steal as often. And then you have to put away the thieves. That's just the way it is. You put those thieves away and say, look, if you do this thing, you're going to go to jail. That's just it. That's just the way it is, as it's always been. Instead of letting them say, oh, well, you stole $1,000. Well, okay, that's fine. Obviously, that's going to just compound where they start stealing $100 and they steal 1,000 and then 10,000 and so on and so forth. And that you can see it happening. That people just run in there and they just steal a bunch of stuff. Like it's, and again, you can talk about the moral stuff all day long. But you got to have a deterrent to not do that. You got to have a deterrent not to be a thief and have some other option for those people, right? The people who really need the help, those are the ones that need it right now. They don't need it later. They don't, need you to go up there and sit on your butt and, be a terrible representative of them. They need you to get out there and get it going. That's it. They need you to get it going right now. A lot of house purchasers are corporate investors driving the selling price up. Yes, Stuarvo, exactly. They're buying those houses, especially like I've noticed in Hawaii, because I always wanted to retire in Hawaii, everybody. Because I love the whole vibe of Hawaii. I feel like that's where my spirit was originally came from. Because when I'm there, I feel at rest. And that's a hard thing to find in the world, everybody. And I've been multiple times. Beautiful, beautiful. But the problem is that like if I were to buy a house back in the 90s, right? And the house was like $270,000, which was a lot of money in the 90s. But I made lots of money, so I could have easily bought one. But today they're worth $11 million. The same house I was going to buy is worth 11 million. So if you tried to buy it today, it's insane, everybody, because the actual cost is so high because these corporations are buying all the houses and they're putting up the rates so high that even the local people who live there cannot afford to live in their own where they came from. Everybody, their home. The Hawaiians cannot even afford to live in the place in which their whole ancestors were born. I think that's a travesty. That's an absolute, that the indigenous people who were born and raised there could not afford to live in the own place where they come from. That's amazing. Just like in California, but I can't afford to live there now. There's no way. It's so expensive. It's crazy. It's nuts. You know, you're paying $9 a gallon for gas. Forget about it. You know how much you have to drive in California? Most of the time, by the way, when you're burning your gas, you're stuck in traffic. That's where you actually burn the most gas, not driving. It's because you're stopped all the time because there's so many people coming and going, you know, to get to their jobs or whatever it is, all day and all night. I've been stuck in traffic at 3 a.m. in the morning. Absolutely. Just completely stopped. Looking at the guy next to me. That guy's looking at me. I'm looking at his lady. That lady's looking at me. We're just sitting there stopped in the middle of the night. Just going, duh, why is this taking so long? Agreed. I enjoy watching streamers who actually chat with their community. Yeah, I love talking to the chat. I wouldn't actually do this at all because it has the same net outcome, everybody, if I didn't stream at all than if I do, except for and when it comes to financially. I don't make any money. I put it all back in. I've been doing it for a decade now, almost, just putting every penny right back in form of giveaways and other things like that. A lot of times I just, you know, throw it on the credit card and hope it works out. That's what I just keep doing over and over and over. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. Everybody thinks I'm nuts. Why did I go out and get a real job? Well, I can't have a real job anymore because I have a really bad medical condition. So no one's going to hire me at Apple anymore, everybody. No one's going to hire me at these corporations because I might at any given time have to say, look, I can't come in today because I'm too dizzy or I feel very ill or I can't do that stuff. And you know what you do? You know what they do? And hey, I've been a manager for many years, everybody. If somebody said that to me, I'd have to let them go because I need somebody to be there. And so if I can't be there consistently like that, then you can't hold a job down. You can't do it. It's just not going to happen. And if I can't be at that highest level, I would rather not do it at all. I would rather not do it at all. I would rather do something that brings a little joy and positivity into somebody's day. And I hope that's all of what I'm saying here. Hopefully that ends up in that moment where you think, man, if Kismet can do it, even with all of his medical conditions, I can go do whatever I want to do in my life because you answer to no one, to nobody. Nobody. You are beholden to no one. You can make your life whatever you want it to be. Now, of course, you know, sometimes you have those big lotto dreams like you're going to win the lotto or whatever. Well, while you're waiting for the lotto to hit, everybody, get out there and do your thing, right? Don't wait around for that to happen. Go and make it happen for yourself. And you gotta put that effort in. Yes, I like people to come into my stream and chat. It's so much better because they're talking out of their day and, yeah, their lives are chat. Exactly. We need more crazy people. There's a lot of us around. There's a lot of us, OM if you like. Yes, okay, I'll call you OM for short. Ice Cold Killer in the chat. What up? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. All right, I think it's time to play some 76 with my crew. Let's go. Sometimes I start chatting with the chat, everybody. We get all involved. All right, let's get into it, everybody. This is Fallout 76. I enjoy the game, everybody. I especially like the seasons. That's like my thing. And so let's go to the Atomic Shop, see what we're getting free today. I like free stuff. I'm a big fan of the free stuff. What are they giving me today? Let's see. Where's my free lunchbox? All right, that's cool. The cool thing about lunchboxes is that you use those lunchboxes and it buffs everybody nearby. So when you're doing an event or something like that, oh God, speaking of event, wow, we talked for a while there, didn't we? Holy mackerel. We talked for a bit there because the Bounce Mine Equinox is because I logged in at the top of the hour and then now it's the top of the hour again. All right, so let's get into it. Oh man, we're going to dive straight into it here, everybody. Let me get my buddy Tardis in here. I'm going to create a public group. You guys are welcome to jump in. My name is Kismet. I am on the PC right now, though I do own it also on Xbox and on PlayStation. I do play on PC, and I can barely get the events done just on PC, by the way, let alone do it on 3 separate platforms. Of course, I shouldn't have to. They should make it crossplay, and then I don't have that problem. I can play with all the peeps I want to play with. All right, let's get our popcorn on the bar. Let's go ahead and eat our popcorn here. Some quick buffs down here. Let's get them going. Boom, boom, boom. Right over there. There we go. And then we're going to get into the group team battle. There we go. And then we're going to go get the power armor. And again, everybody, try not to miss my 76 streams here. But man, we got so much stuff coming up. Tons of giveaways, tons of epic launches. Of course, 7 Days to Die now went release. We got Satisfactory going release next month, September 10th. I'm so excited about that one as well. We're going to do a solo play plus a group play of Satisfactory. Oh man, it's going to be so fun. Going to be so fun. Plus, we got other events coming up as well. I have a giant list of games. Thanks to all of you as well, by the way, who go on my Discord and put those in. I look and see every one, everybody. Every comment that you leave on YouTube, every comment you leave on my Discord or whatnot, I see it, every single one, right here on my phone. I look through all of them every single day. So I appreciate y'all who go and do that. Wow, look at that. I ended up in this tree. Okay, so we got to get it here. We got to do some stuff. I got to turn the sound up. I don't know what it is about 76 where I always have to turn the sound up. Let's get it going. A little bit more. There we go. All right. Let's get over here and help out. Now, I've got some dailies. Oh, wait, I should get my boost on. Now, one of the things I think is the greatest and most useful thing out of your atoms are these little boosts. Notice I'm at 25%. Boom, I'm going to burn another one, go to 50% boost. Any of the things that I get done, any of my dailies or whatnot that I get done, are going to count toward that. I don't know if these are some of the ones I need to shoot today or not. I'm just going to shoot a few of them. We're going to go ahead and get our dailies going. Now, I feel like this is one of the most genius things of the game, is the fact that you have these dailies and weeklies. I'm a big fan of these kind of things. And we got to get these going on. We got to do 5 of those. I don't think I'm going to be able to get 5 of those done. So we definitely want to re-roll that. We are definitely not getting that one done. All right, so let's re-roll that because I didn't start on the beginning of the week. What are we going to do? Collibian event Nash? No, we're not doing that either. Let's go ahead and re-roll again. We get 2 free rolls. Yeah, circuitry. All right, circuitry I can do. My goal is to get all the dailies done. And then, of course, at the end of the week, I try to get all of the weeklies done. I especially try to re-roll them each day because you get a free one each day. And if you have Fallout First like me, and I'm also sponsored by Bethesda and Bethesda Gear, who do sponsor me for that Fallout First, but I would have it anyway. It doesn't matter. I would have it anyway because it's very, very useful for sure. Just albino thickies attacking me. So what are our dailies we need to do? So we need to complete the event. We're working on it. Bulk steel, Nuka orange, robots, ballistic ammo, asbestos, kill an overgrown. Oh, that is part of an expedition, which I really like, everybody. Those are these right here. These are pretty fun, but I just don't have enough time. Pre-war food, I need 1 more of those, so all I got to do is eat 1 more popcorn, except for I don't have any more popcorn. How about some canned dog food? There we go. Yes, canned dog food is considered pre-war. For sure. Let me get up on top of this thing right here. There's a cultist somewhere. Kill that cultist. There we go.
The summoning shall commence once each of the pyres has been lit.
All right, I love the voiceover for this.
Ignite the flames as I release the dust of our wise
Kill cultists at the Mothman event. I gotta get a whole bunch of them.
Yes. The flames of our pyres ignite the...
And then I'm also sharing my perks, everybody, my adrenaline level 5. So that's 5 perk points I'm sharing with TARDIS right now, which I think is amazing. That's why I have very high charisma, so I can share those perks.
Now through his eyes, children.
Such good voiceover, right, chat?
Dust and flames and fumes.
It's cool every time.
Feel you. Let it soak into your throats. Let it show you the truth. But prepare yourselves, for the heretic dim ones will be enraged by this vision. The reality of our wise one will send them into a frenzy.
Gives me goosebumps every time, everybody. Freaks me out at the same time.
The pyres from those wretched fiends. Without the fire's glow, our guest may refuse our invitation. The dim ones approach the church. Slay them, children. Offer no quarter.
They're fighting over at the church. Now, I usually hang out over here, everybody, because everybody's over at the church or they're over there. I kind of try to go over here to the corner so I can kind of get away from peeps. And then what I do is I call tag them and drag them, everybody. So I use my explosive 50 cal.
Let not your eyes deceive you. All you see before you is die.
And again, you see I just kind of tag them a little bit so that my team gets credit as well.
Serve the will of the false ones.
Oh, there we go, rank 81. Again, just shooting whatever's in there. Try to get that explosive over here. There's another guy. Oh, he got destroyed. Tag him and drag him. Now, there's a lot of people in this game, everybody. If you do join this game, I feel like the biggest downside of this game is the people who one-shot all the mobs. So you have people go in, just one-shot all the mobs, and then no one else can tag them. So if they're trying to get like their weeklies or dailies done, it's very difficult to actually kill the mobs.
Attack from all sides. Leave no pyre unguarded. Leave no heretic left standing.
And so I'll stand back here and let them spawn, and then just kind of tag them a little bit like this. I'm not trying to kill them, I'm just trying to tag them. But some people just go completely postal like that, where they go and they just wipe them all out. Now, if they get close to the thing, I understand it, but you got to think that other people are trying to tag them at the same time. There's a Deathclaw over there. And so I'm just jumping a little bit because I'm standing on the pyre, so I can jump and do it. Oh, here he comes. And again, my goal is not to kill him. My goal is to let everybody tag him, because one of the cool things about 76 here is the fact that everybody, oh, there we go, that everybody gets the drops. So if I just kind of very easily just tag them a little bit for myself and for my team and I get credit. And then see if I shoot him and then say Tardis shoots him as well. Tardis going to get credit. I'm going to get credit. Every single person around here is going to get credit if they just get a hit in on that particular mob. And I think that is a much cooler way to play the game than just to one-shot all the mobs. I mean, I could one-shot them if I wanted to. I'd go full-on bloodied set like anybody else. You know, and they have this one meta, everybody, and I feel like that's a giant disservice to the game, is that you have this one play style that that everybody plays to have like maximum damage. Now, see if he makes it all the way over here, then that's when you wipe him out. But that's the whole point of it, is that you work together, which for me anyway, that you work together and that everybody gets that credit.
Do you feel it? The wise one draws near.
Grab this loot.
It's our signal. Quickly, children.
Ballistic ammo too.
Upon the museum's rooftop. We must invite him to us to show him our love.
And they're all up there doing a bunch of emotes, which unlocks the Mothman, which I think is cool.
Sing, shout, expel bile from your gut. Wise Mothman, you have accepted our invitation. We are but meager insects before your intellect. Come, children. Allow the wise one to gaze upon you. Bask. Bask in his infinite wisdom.
It's cool every time, everybody. Every time. Then you go ahead and click on the Mothman, and then you're enlightened, and it gives you a bonus because you just did that event. That gives you an XP bonus for like the next hour, which is really cool. And then look at all the peeps, everybody. And everyone's like, Kismet, 76 is a dead game. It ain't a dead game when you have this many people playing. They got to think this is just one server of 1,000 servers, everybody. Of many, many servers. of people. And of course, you can switch between different servers, and say you go in this server and there's not too many people playing. The way you can tell when there's a lot of people playing, everybody, just go in here and see how many groups are going, right? See how many groups are going on that server. Now, remember, you can only have 24 people per server. So if you have 3 groups going, you got a lot of peeps going, right? Because that's a good portion of the server is actually getting it going on. I've seen it where every single person on the server is playing. It's because a lot of people now basically just sit at their camp and sell stuff from their camp, which is also a great thing because, you know, you might have work, you might have real life things you have to do. So they'll jump in game and then just sit there and sell stuff to other players, which is so cool. Incredibly awesome, I think. All right, we got the Mothman done. Now we got to get the heck on out of here. The hardest thing is finding a place to sell off all your loot or scrap your loot. They actually have some benches around somewhere. I forget where they're at. But I'm going to wander off over here into the forest. Wee. Like this, and pull up my camp. Hopefully. I got this cool new camp that we got as a drop. Oh, we can make it float if we want to. Come on, we got a better spot than that. Say right here. There we go. We put our camp down. Somebody's standing out here. Put our camp down, tried out the new camp. Now, the cool thing is they got the stash, they got the ammo. You hit the T, it'll drop any ammo that you don't have a weapon for on you into the ammo. This is unlimited ammo you can have in there. You have the scrap box, which this is all part of Fallout First. We're just hit T, drop all that in there. And that's probably, oh, there we go. And also got our asbestos done right there. And also circuitry, got that done as well. But it basically puts it all away into a box. Now, if you're like me and you're a builder and you like to build stuff and you need a lot of resources to do that, you can see that I have 16,000 bone shards. Now, I've played this game since it came out, everybody, and here's the real wild thing. I've restarted 6 times. That means 16,000 bone shards went bye-bye. That's right. I deleted all of it and started over again from scratch 6 times since this game's come out. I've never stopped playing it. Sometimes I'll take a break to work on other things or play other games, but I never stopped playing it. So this particular character is only from a year ago. And so I started completely over again because they went from the Bethesda launcher, which they closed down, to Steam. And then, of course, you get all these Steam achievements if you start again and you do another thing. Now, you can make multiple characters. You can have up to like 5 separate characters. But I always find it fun to start again and see how the game is playing now. And it plays way better than it originally did. Especially the beginning quests are much better. You have a bunch more things you can do. They've added a lot of features that make it incredibly fun. Definitely would suggest, especially if you have like a Game Pass or something like that, jump in, get into some random groups, get in there and just go to town on it. Very, very fun. But as you can see, I've got massive resources. But 18,000 of this and 21,000 gunpowder, 10,000 antiseptic, and so on, 24,000 wood scraps. So if my base gets destroyed by mobs or some random jerk who thinks that PvP is still a thing in this game and whatnot, it means nothing to me because I can just go in there and then boom, just repair it just like that. So again, that's what's so cool about having that Fallout First. Now, here's a great trick, everybody. If you can't afford it for long term, you can get it for 1 month. Go in, put all your loot, and of course you probably get addicted to it, but you put all your loot in one of these things and have it at your camp, and then when your Fallout First rolls off the next month, you can still have it stored in there and still use it. You just can't put stuff in, but you can still take stuff out if your Fallout First runs off, everybody, which is cool because you can just put a ton of resources in there and then use that for the whole rest of your playthrough. Also, if you do that, it also unlocks all of the Fallout First stuff that is part of that season. So I've had it where my Fallout First ran off and I was then trying to get it back on, and I got it back on again. And then all of the Fallout First stuff was available to me, even though I had already moved past that part in the season. So you can go back and retroactively get it if it's part of that same season. Now, obviously, you can't go back to previous seasons and get it. But in the moment when you're doing the seasons, like right now, season 17, you can go and get all those rewards. Even if you're halfway through the season or almost to the end of the season like we are now, in August, they're going to come out, or sorry, in September, they're going to come out with some new stuff. So we gotta get going. We got to get going here big time. And of course, the stash box is still way too small, but you can put a whole bunch of stuff in there. I have like Foshnot masks and things like that in there, which I should take out of there now. I should take all these Foshnot berets and whatnot, and I have them all for 5 caps, everybody. 5 caps in there. and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. I got some bourbon in my thing going there, some fusion cores going. All these little symbols on the side means this is for sale. This means this is in my fermenter. This means these are in my charger. Now, I wish it wasn't in your normal stash box. I wish it had its own separate storages for all of this stuff, like it does in Fallout 4. Fallout 4, if you have a bunch of notes, you can put them in a separate box from the workbench, and then you don't have to like see them all the time. Like here, it puts it at the top of your stash as well, which is also super annoying. It should, I think it should, if you have to force us to have it in our stash, it should be at the bottom, and be out of our way, so I don't have to constantly have to scroll through it. So if I like go to my, let's see, whatever it is, notes here, you can see that that stuff's at the top instead of at the bottom of all of these various notes. Now, of course, this is in my stash box. And what I'd love to do is take all those notes out of there, put them in a separate container, because I'm not really going to use them. They're just there as mostly mementos. And I can put them in a separate stash. And then if I do need them, well, bam, they're in that stash. But they're not taking up my visual inventory, right? All of this stuff that's in here that I'm not really going to use, that's just taking up my visual inventory, meaning I have to scroll past it every single time I want to do it. Now, of course, I have all these kind of cool, like, devil cards and all sorts of mainframe cores and flatwood monster and all sorts of fun things. Little Foshnot bells. I know, just little things. Look at how many improved repair kits I have, everybody. 252, a lot. That's from killing the Scorch Beast Queen. Very, very fun. All right, let's get into clearing out some of these weapons here. That's why I had to buy a new keyboard, by the way, everybody. As I've done this so long, doing this, hitting the spacebar to scrap stuff, that I actually broke my spacebar. I'm not kidding. This game actually caused me to break my spacebar because I did it for so many years. It's still, I have it on my other machine now, and it's still the spacebar. You know, like when your spacebar comes off the little peg, and so it came off the peg, and then I've got it to work now, but it doesn't work like it originally did, everybody. It absolutely doesn't. That's why I get a whole new keyboard for my new machine. Which works a lot better. Now, look, I didn't get enough of those Mothman Equinox peeps because they insta-killed some of those, but that's okay. We'll get them later. We got to kill some Blood Eagles, though, so we're going to go on a killing spree here and have some fun wiping those out. And what I try to do, everybody, is I try to do events with my team, which is one of my favorite things to do in the game, if not my favorite thing. And when I'm in between events like that, especially main events that come up every 20 minutes, so it's like top of the hour, 4:20 in just about 3 minutes, and then at 4:40, and then again at the top of the hour. So every 20 minutes, you get like 3 main events that come up. Now, you have a bunch of smaller events that come up as well that you can do. But while we're not doing it, now sometimes you'll get an event that has a whole bunch of, turn my sound back on, that has a whole bunch of the things that you need. Like in this case, I need to wipe out some Blood Eagles and also destroy a robot, which apparently turrets count as robots. I did not know that. Look at me learning new stuff. And now I'm going to go to town on these Blood Eagles. And you shouldn't go up against Kismet, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, probably a bad idea for you. It looks like somebody else came through and wiped him out because there's none in there. Somebody's throwing grenades my way. Should have used your rocket launcher, but you took too long. I'm like a killing machine, but I'm walking around in my power armor with massive resources behind me. Somebody's shooting me. All right, now I always forget, everybody, because I play Fallout 4 with the survival mode, is that you can actually see your enemies there in the radar. I'm trying to get better about remembering that. There's a dog down there trying to get me. Somebody's shooting at me down there. Let's get him with the chain gun. I've been throwing grenades this whole time. And I also have a jetpack, too. All right, get the doggy. Somebody who's definitely up. And then I can use my my bats to find them right there. And then up here, this counts toward robots, which is awesome. Apparently I have robots to do too. And then dog try to get me. And then up above, whoops, somebody behind me. I always tell, oh, guided meditation's up. If I needed ghouls right now, it'd be great. And then Now, the mobs will try to run to you, by the way. And then I look at my radar. Anybody else? Nope. That's it. Wiped them all out. Wiped them all out. All right, so now I got to go find some more Blood Eagles to wipe out. Now, remember, other people are probably doing the same quest as you, so those Blood Eagles might get wiped out. But what you do is just jump servers. And then you can also have your own private servers, which I do. As part of Fallout First, you have your own private server, and you can invite your friends or play solo, whatever you want to do. And the cool thing about having a Fallout First server, your own private server, that actually carries over into the adventure mode, by the way, is the fact that it's a pristine world. That world spins up just for you. That's your own private server, which is awesome if you think about it. For $10, that's pretty good, everybody. You have your own 76 private server. I think that's a real genius idea, personally. So if you can't find it in the open world, you either do it through your server, or if you got a friend who has 76, like me, and you say, hey, Kismet, I need such and such thing, the open world, I can't find it. I can just start up a server and then jump in and bam, go find the thing, because the whole world is like it respawned from scratch. So you might go into an area like this and not see any mobs or not see any loot because someone has come in here in front of you and looted it. It's called world loot, right? There's like instance loot, like when you look inside a container, if I can find something, like inside this mob, right? Everybody's going to get the loot inside that mob, because that one actually is here, not the ones I just killed. Those ones are just for me because I'm the only one that hit those. But if it's like a container, if I can find one, of course, like this right here, like the cash register or this over here, everybody who comes up here is going to have their own loot. And so if I grab the loot, it doesn't take it away from other people. But if I go here and I grab this ammo, this is world loot. And if I take that out, then the next person who comes along, there's not going to be any loot there for them, right? So that is what's known as world loot. This is instance looted. Now, if somebody hits those mobs at the same time I hit them, then they'll get the credit, or the people who are in my party, like TARDIS, will get credit as well. And then come over and loot all that goodies like that. As well. Plus, they have AoE looting, everybody, which is awesome. One of the greatest features I think they added. They should retro a lot of these kind of AoE looting. Notice that the mobs also highlight when they die. They should retro all that stuff back into Fallout 4. It would be an absolute home run, I think, for the entire game. But we got to wipe out some more. We wiped all those out. Let's go up here to the Seneca game and get this going on. Get this going on. For sure. For sure. Right over here. Hold on a second. I gotta press some buttons and flip some switches. Over here. Over here. Over here. There we go. There you go. It totally has an amazing voice, doesn't it? Yes, it really does. All right, let's go up here and blast some more baddies. I gotta get my dailies on, so I'm gonna kind of forego some of the events, just so I can get my dailies going. Guy hit the alarm over here. Like a little alarm that he hits. So I think it's super cool. I want him to hit the alarm so it calls more people over. Anybody else? 20 out of 30. Oh, somebody. Look at this guy. Look at me, everybody. Rocking the power armor. See, look, that's me. Right there, rocking my samurai power armor. And this dude's got himself a little pea shooter. He doesn't realize also I have like massive amount of stem packs and thousands of resources. A nice 50 cal. I feel like we might want to just do the chainsaw. This weapon is super OP. Watch this. Bam, dead. Just like that. Super OP weapon. It's called the auto axe. Incredibly OP. And again, I just AoE looted all of that in one shot, which is pretty fun. Pretty fun to not have to go to each individual mob anymore. And in the beginning, that's the way the game was. You had to go to each individual one and loot each individual one. like you have to do in Fallout 4, but they changed it, and it is awesome. Incredibly great change. So we did the Cutthroat Camp. What else we got? Or no, we did the Seneca Gang. We did the Cutthroat Camp. We also did the Crimson Prospect over here. And they all have like different, that's not a lot there. They all have like different symbols for the different types of factions. Not sure I'm going to have enough of these. Ooh, the daily op is an uplink today. We got Blood Eagles. Oh, see? So I can go in and do the daily and kill some Blood Eagles, and that will count toward the Blood Eagles that I need. See, that's one of the cool things. Now, if I need some ghouls right now, yeah, cripple a ghoul leg. So if I go do that events, which started 5 minutes ago, if I go get myself a weapon that cripples ghouls, which is the pepper shaker or a shotgun, those are the best crippling weapons I find. You also try to shoot in the spot in which it would cripple them. So you shoot toward their legs, shoot toward their arms, and it will start to cripple them. Now, what I'm going to do is teleport back to my base so I can access. Now, of course, I could have put my camp down, but I'm going to teleport back to my base here and use my jetpack to get over all of this. And then I'm going to go to my stash and get out a weapon, which I use specifically for that, called the pepper shaker. It's like a automatic shotgun. It's pretty awesome. Right here. Get the pepper shaker out. There it is. Now we're going to need some shotgun ammo. So we're going to go into our ammo here. We're going to get some shotgun. I've got 13,000. That might be enough. Let's get like 2,000. We don't need that much. And then I'm going to reload it. Now there's perks that go along with crippling. So I'm going to go over here to my agility. I'll take Action Boy out. One of the greatest crippling perks in the game. Also in Fallout 4, by the way. Enforcer. They have a lot of great crippling ones there. And then I'll just go to Guided Meditation and see if I can cripple a bunch of ghouls. Now, of course, there's a bunch of ghouls all around the world. But when you're doing it during an event, everybody, that event only happens so often in there. So, again, if you can coordinate an event or daily or a other things like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the hubs are getting destroyed. It's almost over. Let me go fix this hub over here. That one's going to die. Ah, look, I just saved it. I just saved the whole thing. For sure. There's somebody over here trying to do it solo. Again, shoot toward the legs. Cripple. And then over here, we're going to repair this one. And bring them ghoulies in. Let's go, ghoulies. I'm going to run over here and see if I can find some. I heard him behind me. And a lot of them will spawn over here. In this section. TARDIS over here backing me up. Oh god, I gotta repair another one. Side meditation hub. Man, they wiped out that hub fast. Holy mackerel. And so he's got that one hub. You gotta defend these different hubs here. So I'm gonna repair this one so we have at least 2 of them. There we go. And then you gotta fend off these ghoulies. And they really like this side one today. Again, my goal is just to cripple them so I get the credit with the pepper shaker. Now, once you cripple ghouls, everybody, they become absolutely useless because their big attack is to come running at you like zombies. So if you can cripple the zombies, it absolutely makes you super OP. Oh, Rake 82. We're getting there. Here we go. And again, just can mow them down. Now, I don't need to do that anymore because now I have that one done. Now I go full postal mode and start wiping these guys out. TARDIS over there trying to keep it going. I'm trying to hold it down over here. If I see any zombies running by over there, we'll get them. We'll tag and drag them like this. Just try to hit the mobs. No come running at me. Right over there. Now, for some reason, a lot of people don't come to this event. This is actually a really good event. Uh-oh, courtyard event. Now, look, see how I see that courtyard one's about to go down? So I go run and I get another one over here and repair it so you have a backup one. And then smoke all these baddies. Now I just hold the button down. Now, is it an instant-kill weapon? No, it's more of a tagging weapon. But it's an explosive weapon as well. And now I can just kind of fight these off. A lot of XP coming in here, a lot of loot. And then I can just shoot randomly out there and try to tag all these mobs. And Dragon of me, TARDIS is in the middle, defending that middle side.
Gain a new perspective on life.
TARDIS and I are the reason why this event didn't die just now, everybody. Look at him, I snuck in, I didn't even hear him. Sneaky little guy. Look at that guy, where'd he come from? You're right with you. You get away from there.
Feel the warm, relaxing energy flow into your body. You can feel it flow into your arms, into your legs.
Watch this trick. Jetpack over. Come in hot. Hold on, TARDIS. Got your back, brother. Look out behind you. Bunch of punks. I like to stand right by it.
Your mind, body, and soul grows as you build the pillars of transcendence. Open your heart to it and feel its peaceful embrace.
So sneaky. Level up, 647, almost back to 60. Oh, did I mention that my other character is level 650 that I deleted? Yeah, that's crazy people. Only crazy person would do that.
Breathe in deeply through your nose.
Oh, God. See, he went and repaired it. Gotta have at least two of them going, everybody. Because they'll sneak by you like this. So just like a pier out of nowhere. Let's get all this loot. Overburdened now. Well, just a pier right next to the thing. And so I kind of stand here, but I'll look one way, all of a sudden there'll be a mob on me because they come running at you.
Listen to the soothing sound of my voice. Let it draw
7
you
seconds
in
left.
and center you.
Now, by the way, all these mobs that I'm killing, TARDIS also getting credit because he's in the same group. He's also getting the XP credit as well. That was a good one, TARDIS. Oh, man, it was just us. We two-man that one. That was not easy. That was not easy. Very nice. Very nice. By the way, out the back of this place, by the way, there's a bunch of garden stuff out the back here. No, nice job. Whee! Gotta love it. Out the back here, if you are a new player of the game or if you haven't played in a while, out the back here is a great way to get your garden started. They've got potatoes out here, they got carrots, and all sorts of stuff, aster stuff you can make stuff out of. Come back here, grab all this, and then you can go to your camp and you can put in your camp. You can also have multiple camps, which is pretty cool, and you can switch between them, which is very, very fun as well. Also, if you have Fallout first, you can do this. Now, you got to be away from the event area. You can't do it right there at the event area. You have to kind of walk out like this, and then when I put this down, not only does it work for me, by the way, it also works for Tardis. Tardis can come over here and utilize it to scrap his gear and clear his inventory as well. And man, we get a bunch of stuff done today. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, now that's just regular loot, everybody. Once you get to a certain part in the game, you're just looking for legendary loot. And all that low-level stuff there, you just want to scrap for the resources to make your higher-level gear later on. And so we'll put our ammo in there. We'll get our scrap box. We'll put all our resources away. And you can see we're just crushing those dailies and weeklies with the various stuff that we're scrapping. There's 30 rubber that we just did. We got that done. We got asbestos done. Look at how many we got done. Remember the list was like this long? We got all those done. Now, we do have to do some bulk steel, which is pretty easy. So now that I've cleared my inventory, I can travel because I'm no longer overburdened. They actually have an awesome and super OP perk in Fallout 4 where you can fast travel while overburdened in any mode other than the survival mode. Sup, Wes? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Couldn't re-roll. The amount of challenges sucked. I eventually went private server and did it myself after trying 3 times to tag them on the public server. Yeah, it can be pretty tough there, Los Tuervo. But yeah, going private server is the way to get it done. Have you seen the Fallout series? Yes, the second it dropped, the minute it dropped, and watched it and was absolutely in love with how amazing they did on the Fallout series. Probably one of the best game adaptations of all time, because normally they do a crappy jobs on those, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm just going to tell you to you straight, because that's the way I always am. I'm going to tell it to you straight. Most of those game adaptations are terrible. They're really bad. I don't know why they put the people in charge of those that they did, who don't even understand the lore and have a deep understanding of the game. You know, we do, because we play it all the time, and we understand it, and that's why we like that game, is because of the actual lore and the background of the game. That's why I like Fallout so much. The reason why I like Fallout is because it's not just the hero and the villain, everybody. Everybody's a little mixture of both. And, you know, and they really take a real stance on it, everybody. If you've never played Fallout 1, which I did on release in the 90s, 97, actually, way back when you play that game and you get to the end, it still to this day, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. Don't say what it is in the chat, but don't spoil it for the people who haven't played it. You get to the end, you're going to go, no way did that just happen. No way is that the ending. No. What? No way. And I've played it for easily 10,000 hours, everybody. I've played through Fallout 1 more than anything way back in the day, because I was absolutely stunned at that ending. And then I said, well, wait, what happened if I do this next time? So then I played it through, and I did the other thing, and the other thing, and other thing, and other thing. That was before you could, that's before I figured out you could just save and then try different things like you can in Fallout 4. You just save before you make your choices, and then you try all the choices to see what happens, and then you pick your actual choice. You can do it that way. That's kind of like save options, so you can try all the options, see what happens. But in those days, you just played through over and over and over again. And so that's what I did. Now, do I remember every single thing about Fallout 1? Absolutely not. That was a long time ago, everybody. And that's what's kind of fun about not playing stuff for a while, is that when you go back to it, you're like, oh, I forgot about this. This is awesome. I can't wait to do that again, right? So I really like that that part of it, is that you take a break from it and you come back. Great example, 7 Days to Die, everybody. I haven't played a solo version of the game in a long time. I also have not been the everything person in my team play, so I don't know all of the deep detail of 76 or 7 Days to Die on purpose, so that when it's in early access or in alpha, like 7 Days to Die have been, and like Satisfactory, I don't purposely know everything, so that when it's time for release, I can go in and have a great time playing it, and then play it to the nth degree. Which is what I'm doing right now with 7 Days to Die. Learning stuff that I didn't get too deep into, the what all the armor is and what all the questings are and what all the books are and all of that stuff, because that stuff's going to change over the development of the game. Another great example, Star Citizen, everybody. Yes, I spent thousands of dollars supporting Star Citizen over there when I had that money way back in the day. I have myself a giant ship in there, actually multiple beautiful ships and whatnot. Now, am I over there playing every single little thing and knowing every single thing about it? No, I'm letting it get developed, and every now and again I'll check in on it to see how it's doing. And then when it goes full release, then we'll go in and we'll go crazy, everybody. We'll go crazy. We'll go crazy on that one. Now, again, I don't care how long it takes. Do I care how long it takes to make 7 Days to Die? No. What I care about is if it's a great game. That's the only measure that matters. Is it a great game? The development time is because you're making the games more and more complex because they have to keep up with all the other games that came before. It takes longer and longer to develop those. And then also, you got to have a clear vision. Otherwise, you're wandering around in circles, everybody. That's why many games have the problems on launch, because they're spending so much time doing this instead of a person with a clear vision of what needs to be done. And in any kind of a creative thing that you do, you're always going to have this kind of winding road of what it is. The smartest ones I've seen that do game development, I see my thing is broken in the back there, that have a very clear vision, and there's somebody who's steering the ship instead of just letting the wheel just spin. And they listen to feedback from their community. And that's a great example is Baldur's Gate 3, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you love Baldur's Gate 3, everybody. Now, that's my type of game. I would totally play that game, but I'm busy playing other games. And it's just one of those ones on my list that I would love to play, and I will eventually play, hopefully, before I die. But we'll see how it goes. And again, that was because they actually care about making great games and not just making games for money. I feel like that always diminishes whatever you do when you're just doing it for money. I mean, you got to make money to keep the business open, everybody, keep the doors open on a business. There's nothing wrong with making money. There's nothing wrong with the Atomic Shop over here, everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. This keeps this game going. Right? Otherwise, this game would be dead. And I give them huge credit, everybody, for one, taking so many blows, so many uppercuts, and people bailing on the game and, bashing on the game, especially people who never played it before. I feel like that's kind of a scummy thing to do, is just kind of get on the bandwagon of hate, that kind of thing. And I didn't think it was as bad as it was, what they're making it out to be, because I actually listened what they were going to say. They said, look, this game's going to be different from our Fallout franchise. It's going to be a multiplayer game. It's going to be like this, and we might change it later on and adapt as it goes on, because it's a live service, so we're going to change it over time. And I said, okay, I'll give you a shot, so go for it. And then, of course, it had all sorts of problems on launch, and I feel like the whole direction of the thing was terrible with the whole PvP thing, and you come out of the vault and everybody fights versus each other over resources and whatnot. That's not the Fallout community, but you'll find that 98% of the Fallout community actually do want to rebuild the wasteland. I know, crazy, right? 99% want to rebuild the wasteland, rebuild humanity, help each other in there, and that's the real true Fallout fans I find, who go out and who hand out stem packs to new players and who invite them in, say, come join us for some 76, we're gonna have a great time and whatnot. Those are the real Fallout fans, and they actually, in fact, they did that so much in the game that they actually added that function to the game. Right over here, everybody. Right here. That's what this box came from, this donations box. So I can go in here and say, you know what, hey, new player or whoever's running through here, I can go ahead and leave them some stem packs, like right here. I'm going to leave them 10 stem packs. Boom. And then when someone comes through here, there's stem packs in there for them to help them survive. And so there might be a new player they're coming through or an older player. Anybody can grab it out of there. And you can just keep donating stuff to random players. Now, when I go off this server, it'll stay there. It'll be persistent. It'll stay in that box until someone comes and picks it up, which I think is brilliant. That the actual community had an effect, and they listened to the community to add those features into the game. And I think that's genius. Now, of course, you got to think there's also your corporate people who are always just trying to make a dollar. You know, don't mistake that there's not a lot of hardworking people in there, everybody who their job is to make the game better, and their job is to enjoy and make a great game. Nobody wants to make a bad game, everybody. I don't care who they are. People go to work to do amazing work, right? That's why they're there. So all the devs and those people, those are the awesome people, and all the corporate people who make bad choices, well, they're the jerks. That's just the way it is, everybody. Because they're only thinking of the dollar bills, but also they're the people who are there until like 10 o'clock at night trying to make payroll. Remember, they've got a bigger overall arching job as opposed to just going in there and fixing some bug in there. Everybody, they got to make sure that everybody's getting paid and that they're making enough money to keep going. All of that stuff, which a lot of peeps, if you're just an employee, you never see all of those hours. I know I've been the manager so many times in all the places I've had my own businesses as well, and I can tell you that's a scary moment. That's a scary moment because you are the sole person, or you and your team are the sole people that keep the families of all the people who work for you going, right? So you got a lot of pressure on you to keep that going and to make enough money to keep everybody paid and to keep the whole thing that you're trying to build going, right? Like the same thing here in the stream, everybody. Every penny goes right back into it. So every month it's like, oh boy, okay, let's see if we make it this month. That's the stuff that you never see. You never see that stuff because streaming is like a business, everybody. It's got to pay for itself. You got to pay for the power, and you got to pay for all of the, survival stuff that you need, right? You need power, you need internet, you need all that stuff to keep it going. And that money has to come from somewhere, right? That money has to come from somewhere. And you can see how much I'm making right now, everybody. $139 times 250. And you're like, that's not a lot. That's not a lot of Kismet. That's not a lot to survive in a month. We got to think that's in a month, everybody. 139. Just double it. So $200, $300 a month to pay for the internet and pay for all the stuff, pay for the power, pay for all of that. Yeah, that's not a lot. It's not a lot. And so I reinvest that, and then any donations or support on Patreon and all that stuff goes right back into it. And then I'll do giveaways. I'll do all sorts of stuff to bring a little joy and positivity here in the stream. And I've been doing that for 9 years. Now, how do I survive doing that, everybody? Because my wife also works as well. So for 10 years, she didn't work. She took care of the kids. Now, this is like my child. I do have 3 children, too. But this is like my thing that has kept me alive for the last decade now because I have something to do every single day that I love to do, and it gets me out of the bed and motivates me to get up even though I'm constantly dizzy all the time. And I can't sleep and all of that terrible conditions that I have. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who have even worse conditions. They have like cancer, and they have leukemia, and they have all of these terrible conditions. And I'm sure some of you are the same way, that have these conditions that you have to deal with every single day. Or maybe you just have a lot of issues in life or whatnot. You just want to come in and relax and say, Kismet, I want to just push all that away for a minute and just have a good time and watch you get into all sorts of trouble. And that's my job here, everybody. That's my job, to give you a little moment of, escape from all of that and just have a little bit of fun. All right. Now, speaking of, we got Spin the Wheel, which I got to go over there anyway. I got to go over there anyway to get some Nuka-Cola oranges. Let's go. You sent me a friend request. Awesome. Let me grab it here in just a second. Let me grab it after I can't do it while I'm loading, sadly. I'm going to jump over here. Me and TARDIS can get... Oh, hey! That was a wild grafted monster right there in my face.
That was exciting.
Defeat the red mascot. Push the button. Somebody's got to push the button. I'm going to push the button. I haven't pushed the button in a real long time. There we go. It's one of my favorite things they added to the game. But by the way, I got to meet the dev and actually be on Bethesda's channel when they released this.
Oh, look at those cute little critters.
Frag stags. Ah!
Seems a bit off about them.
They're explosive ragstags. Look out! Now, depending on the color, everybody, is what you get as the event, which is really cool. So you spin that thing, and it generates an event. Fog crawler.
Red in the universal signs of danger? Oh, I do now. Watch out, friend.
Look out, Zombie Slayer. All right, let me get you in here. Now, again, if you tell me in the chat, hey, Kismet, I sent you an invite, then I'll bring you in. But if you don't say it in the chat, you don't go into my Twitch chat and say, hey, Kismet, that's me, then I won't add you. Because this way I don't get like random people to come in and be jerks. Now, I give you one shot to be awesome, but if I add you to my friend list and all of a sudden you start doing creepy stuff, then I will perma-ban you forever. So don't do it. Don't do it. Ooh, look at all this loot.
What a nuke-tastic display of skill!
All right, got her done. All right. I got the Cappy Clapper. I'm going to run up here by the Nuke-Arcade. Now, they have a whole arcade and stuff in here. It's one of my favorite expansions to the game. This is a permanent expansion to the game, by the way. You go in here and you go to the Nuke-Arcade and you can do the, get yourself a hammer and hammer the thing and go ding, hit the thing over there. You've got the Bandit Roundup where you can shoot stuff over there. You put some tokens in here and then shoot the stuff. And then the Thirst Zapper, which actually, this is one of the things I did with my daughter at the thing, me versus her. And she actually won, everybody. Like an 8-year-old child kicked my butt at these little water squirt guns that you do. And then she got herself a thing, a little dog she calls Orange, because he's orange. Still has it to this day, by the way. That was like a special moment between me and my daughter at the circus. It was pretty fun. And that's before I had my twins, so it was just my wife and me and then my oldest daughter. And we just take her in all sorts of places to do all sorts of fun things as well. Now, you're welcome to come on in, join the party or whatnot. Try not to get on stream and go, hey, Kismet, hi, the whole time, because that's awkward as well. Don't do that. That's super awkward. All right, so let's go in here and let's buy some Nuka-Cola Orange right over here. And then we're going to go ahead and run over here. Now, feel free, again, to join our party and get that sweet loot and XP. Where am I going to next? The White Spring. That's where I'm going. The White Spring North entrance. No, I don't want to go to the mall. I want to go to this one, the White Spring Resort, and then Refuge. There we go. Look at me and my crew. All dressed up for Halloween. Pretty fun. Yeah, feel free to join me. Let's do it. You played on day one, played it for a while, then left for some years, played a little more, left again. My level's only 267. Feel free to join us. Yeah, go ahead and jump in the party. You can find us right over here on the side. Yeah, there you go. You're welcome to join us. We play during the day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays as well. Now, I went into the White Springs so that I can get this orange. Now, typically, a lot of time I'm working on my... my dailies and weeklies, so keep that in mind. And then like every 20 minutes when the main events come up, I do those with my crew. So feel free to keep busy while I'm running around here trying to remember which way to go. I think this is the wrong way. I got to go this way. Again, try to do those dailies and weeklies. Now, I find that it's easier to do your dailies and weeklies solo because this way it doesn't scale up the mobs. When you're with a team, what it will do is it'll scale up the mobs to level 100 plus, and then they got to shoot them 5 times as much to kill them because it assumes that you're there with like 3 or 4 people. So I just run around and try to get all of these done each day because I only have so much time to play. So that's why you'll find me running over here, getting my Nuka-Cola or whatnot. Best not to try to, chase me down because I'm going to be teleporting all over the place as well. Nuka-Cola Orange. There we go. Got that one done. Then I'll just go on to the next one. Destroy a robot. That one's super easy. Whoa, rank 83. We're kicking butt today. Got to go to Robco Research Center and then tag a bunch of mobs over here. So, yeah, I've actually played it since day one. I've played 6 playthroughs of the game now. And I've never stopped playing it, ever. Sometimes I'll take a break, or sometimes, like, my IRL will get in the way, like recently. It'll get in the way, and then I just, I got to take care of that first. Otherwise, I'll be playing no games, everybody, if I don't take care of my health and whatnot. I'll be playing no games and streaming no streams. If I, kind of push myself, and then I kind of ease off. Then I push myself, and I ease off, that kind of thing. Get the gattle laser out. That's fun. Gattle laser. Oh, I hear big boy down there. And then wipe them out. And there we go, done. All right, on to the next thing. Crafting some bulk steel. Right there. So again, you're gonna see me jump around all over the place. Best not to try to chase me down because I'm just gonna be bouncing while I'm trying to do my dailies. Now, if it's an event, then feel free to come join me. But again, that's why it's hard to keep up with me, everybody, because I'm just bouncing. trying to get those done, because again, they take time, you know, they take time to get done. So I just jump from one thing to another. All right. Now, what usually happens when people jump in, they try to jump in and get in front of the camera and say, oh, look, I'm on stream or whatnot. Don't do that. It's super awkward. If you don't know that's awkward, I'm letting you know now. I'm letting you know ahead of time. All right, what are we doing? We are bulking stuff. That's what we're doing. I forgot, what is it I'm bulking? Steel? I think it was steel. Let's just take a guess. Let's bulk one thing. Yes, it was steel. Okay. And there we go. And then we'll put dish. And we got our 6 challenges done for the day. Very nice. And let's see. Overgrown, craft some energy ammo. Ooh, I can do that over here as well. Energy ammo, some fuel. Let's just do one. Let's do another one. There we go, done. Easy, easy. Now again, I'm trying to rank up, everybody. Look, I'm rank 84. We're getting there. Mothman event coming up in 4 minutes. We got to kill some more blood eagles, scrap junk to produce aluminum. Now here's another great trick. Oh, I got to go to my other set here. So what I can do is I can bulk certain items. Now you can't bulk all of them, but you can bulk certain ones of them. And aluminum is one of those. So I can just bulk the aluminum from my inventory, right? From my resources. And then you just take that bulk and you just go ahead and break it down again. And bam, there you go. You got your daily done. Really cool way of doing that. Getting that done. All right, now I got 3 left. Look at that. I did all of the dailies. And all of that, I kind of feel like maybe we should do a daily ops, but I don't think we have enough time. We got 3 minutes. And I got to get 3 more of these Equinox mobs. Overgrown, I kind of feel like we should re-roll that one. And what I do is I play until I'm done with all of my challenges for the day. So I'll play the dailies, I'll play the weeklies until I'm done. Now I can go in and re-roll this, by the way. So I can say premium re-roll. And then it takes a minute for it to figure it out. Down there. Come on, there we go. So what I did is I just used some of my atoms to buy a reroll. So then I'll just reroll that right there. And then now destroy robots with an energy weapon. Now that would have been perfect just a second ago when I was shooting those robots. But such is the way it goes. All right, so we'll track that. And we'll get our daily done there. Now, by the way, I didn't really need to even do that. I didn't need to re-roll that or even do that particular quest because you only needed the 6th quest to get this one, which is the one you really want, which is complete your daily challenge, and it gives you 1,500 in there. But just re-roll just to show you guys. And then again, I have 2 more here, and of course, I'm trying to get this one, which is 2250, complete a gold star daily challenge, which is due our dailies 3 times a week, which is why I play 3 times in the week, everybody. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, typically, so I can get this one, which is my weekly challenge. Now, I can also do it off stream as well. Now, one of the ones that is really awesome, which is this one right here, which is gain XP. So every time I gain 10,000 XP, I get 150 toward my season rank. Now, some people in the first day, they just go out and grind XP the whole time. I consider that incredibly boring, everybody. Just to grind that the whole entire time. That's not my thing, but if that's your jam, more power to you and whatnot. But again, you'll see me jump around a lot, just trying to get these dailies done. And whatnot. And we'll go see, and again, you'll see me also mute the game a lot too, because there's a lot of overlapping audio that I'll just mute out so I don't have to listen to. Also, we need to go over here and sell some stuff to Devenda. Let's go do that while we're at it. Over here. Look at some of our inventory, all these grenades and random stuff I have in here. Let's sell it. Sell it all. Oh, we got a whacker schmacker in there too. From the new cola event that we can scrap. All right, Foshnot berets. We're gonna just sell them. to the vendor at this point. And then at least they still exist, by the way. These all still exist when I put them into the vendor. And then if you go to the vendor, you can buy them for 18. Now, I was selling them for 5, so they'd be a lot cheaper. But I eventually just clear all that stuff out. I've also gone and sold stuff that are like the most valuable and expensive things in the entire game for like 5 caps. Because that's like a solid that I do back for all my fellow Vault Dwellers. And show them lots of love by basically just giving stuff out for cheap. And whatnot. And I don't care if they take it and sell it to somebody else. That's the way it goes. All right, so now we're going to do the event with my team. You can see I've gone in and switched my set back to team play, and then also shared my perk with them, which is a level 5 perk. Everybody, that's a pretty massive amount of points I just shared with them, and that's because I have that high charisma. And so we'll run in here and we'll do the Mothman Equinox one more time, and then we'll probably call it there, rest up, come back, do it all again later tonight. Very rare do I ever hang out on this one. Look at TARDIS over there. What up, TARDIS? I'm going to go over here at my corner one. Now, somebody's got to go up there and speak to the guy, which I'm not going to do. Some random person's going to do it. Now, this is a worldwide event, everybody. So this whole entire server is working together to do these equinoxes. Now, the equinoxes, what they'll do is will give you unique loot. I don't think I have any unique loot in here right now. But it'll give you a bunch of unique loot. Now, one of the coolest things you can do whenever you're waiting for an event and there's a whole bunch of people standing together is to use your lunch boxes and your scout banners, because it actually helps everybody. So up to 24 people on the server, if you have all 24 people in one spot, boom, you can buff every single person at the same time, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now, I'm going to be standing over here, and I got a bunch of junk on me I got to clear out as well. But somebody will go up there and talk to them. You can see there's all these little arrows that you see. These are all individual players. Not necessarily players that are in my group, by the way. These are all just individual players. There he is over there. What up, Godless? Godlessness, I see you over there. And so basically what we're going to do is... wait. Now, one of the cool things that people do in this game is they actually wait till like the last minute or two. Now, we listened to it before. I'm going to mute it now. They actually wait, and this happens naturally, everybody, where say you have like 8 minutes on the timer, right? So people have been doing a bunch of other quests, or they've been doing other things, and so what happens is that you're emptying your inventory between events, right? So as you're emptying your inventory between events, it takes some time, and then so if another event starts up, then you're going to be missing out on that event, right? Because right now it's starting up for 8 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll let it run, and people will literally just stand around for 5 minutes and just wait for everybody else to get there, then start the event. This just happens naturally in the game, which is pretty amazing, I think. Pretty amazing that is a thing. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out of here and then stand on it, because that's what I like to do. And then shoot all the baddies. Like this. And then you'll see all these things that we have to do to get the event to start. Like shoot, look out there, swear guy. We got to shoot all of these things, and then you loot them and you put the blood sacrifice and the blood thing there. I just let other people do it. It's part of the fun of doing it as well. But I also got to kind of defend the area as well. So what I try to do is just, tag them and drag them. Do a little tagging here and there. The guy up here on top, gonna take out that totem up there. There we go. And so on. So again, it's like a really cool event. But if you've already heard this event once, everybody, you've heard it 1,000 times, which I really think is cool. And also, one of the things I think they could really work on this game and many other games is the constant repetitive audio and the thing. Have you ever seen that movie? What is it? Oh man, I forget. Not Fall Guy. Dang it, went right out of my head. Blue Shirt Guy. Oh, come on, what is the name of that? Ryan Reynolds. Game movie. What was the name? Free Guy. There we go. It was some sort of guy Free Guy. And in that movie, it totally nails video games, everybody, where the people are saying the same lines over and over and over. The only way to fix that is to use like AI to change the thing, or to have a lot of different voice lines. Now you got to think, every voice line takes up resources in a game. So you have to make sure that it doesn't overwhelm the player's computer so that that they can run the game. That's the biggest problem, is that they need to be able to run the game, and if they added 50,000 voice lines, it would be so massive it would also fill up their hard drives as well, everybody. That's always been an issue of trying to make games smaller so you can, you know, fit it on whatever media, like back in the day, floppy disks, and then CDs, and then DVDs, and now people's hard drives. And some of these games, like this game right here, is 80 gigs, everybody. It is massive. It is absolutely massive. Like Fallout 4 is absolutely massive as well. And then every time it updates, of course, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I think it's 80 gigs. Is this one 80 gigs? Let's go see. It's something insane like that. Let's see. How many gigs is it? Does it say over here? I think I have to go to the store page. It's a lot, everybody. It's a crazy a lot. I forget how many gigs it's using on my hard drive right now. That's a lot, everybody. That's a lot of hard drive space. Trying to find it over here. Sorry, I was wrong. It's not 80 gigs. It's 105 gigs right now. On my, don't believe me? Right there. Installed files, 104.65 gigs on my hard drive. Yes, that's a lot more than 10 floppies, everybody. That's a lot more. So they got to be able to fit on your hard drive. It's got to be able to run on your old computer, or if you have a new one like me, and so on. So it's got to basically be able to run all of that for sure. Oh, we got that done. Tagged all those mobs. Let's turn the sound back on. Get back on it. As I get too close to this thing, then I wipe them out. Because I'm defending the thing here. And there we go. Got that done. Now rank 85. And again, when you're using your boost, everybody, I feel like the boosts are the most valuable things with your atoms. Because those boosts really do help a lot. Hello.
The Founding Ones are headed toward the waterside fire, children. You must protect it. These unwavering fools attack from all sides. Leave no pyre unguarded. Leave no heretic left standing.
Again, this is more of a tagging weapon than anything else, everybody. Just kind of AoE and drag them over. And especially let all the noobs hit. Look at this level 29 over here. Now, that could be like his 5th character for all I know, everybody. But, again, let him get some shots in. If you need some help, back him up. That's a legendary death claw he's got on him. He's running away. He's running away. He's not wrong. Come on over here, legendary death claw. There we go. Wiped him out. Now, the cool thing is that level 29 player tagged that mob, and they get the loot individually from me and everybody else, which is really cool. I just love that part of the game. And again, you see I just kind of loosely tagged them. And then the level 29 over here, who's in his Pip-Boy right now, because that's why you can see he's looking at our thing. And then he's going to use the shotgun. Get in there, use that shotgun, get some tags in. There you go, get that loot. Now he's going to get all this loot and all the XP from it as well. So again, that's how you think of other people in the world. Now, some people, they only think of themselves, and they'll just go in and just insta-kill all the mobs, which sucks. But, you know, it's their game. They can play it how they want. Me, I'm gonna let all the new players get some shots in. Again, instead of just insta-killing. Now, I could just totally annihilate all of these guys, everybody. I'm like level 650 almost again. But again, oh, look, he's crippled over there, too. There you go. Get some shots in, guy. There we go.
Do you feel it? The rise.
All right, all done. Now, AoE loot.
Here waits our signal. Quickly, children. return to me upon the museum's rooftop.
Oh, there's where the scrapping thing is. Hey, good job there, TARDIS.
And all gratitude. Dance,
I knew there was a thing in here somewhere.
shout, expel. Wise Mothman, you have accepted our invitation. We are but meager insects before your intellect. Come, children.
Oh, my jetpack
Allow
actually
the
worked.
Wise one to gaze upon you. Bask.
In his infinite wisdom. I love that part of the voiceover, but it's so good. And there we go. And now you got an XP boost for the next hour. Very cool. Oh, we got to get in here and start worshiping the Mothman. That's really fun. Again, one of the emo wheel is an absolute genius moment in the development of the game, everybody. And then we can also do this. Oh, let me move off to the right. Being TARDIS worshipping the Mothman. Look, even the scribe is worshiping him as well. The Mothman is coming before us. Very cool. Very cool. All right, what do I got to do? I got to wipe out some blood eagles here. Do I feel like doing a daily? What is the daily today? I feel like just finding some and blasting them. I need 9 more. Blood eagles. Where's another blood eagle spot? I think there's one down here. Yeah, the labor camp. All right, we're going to try to see if we can wipe a bunch of them out down here. Now, you'll see me roll around the screen, everybody, just so you guys can see the interface. And that's why I've set that up, so I can move around. You're on YouTube today. Well, there you go, joggers. Thank you very much for, in fact, 1,000 kids caps for the chat. How we doing those retweets? Oh, you guys have crushed those retweets as well. Give you guys a bunch of kids caps to use in the future. We're going to roll on up here and get this going.
I can feel it. Something's close.
I always forget about this place over here. Get into all sorts of cool firefights in this game, too. Alright, where are you guys at? My bats to find ya. I feel like the only use for bats in this game is just... Okay. Is to turn your character toward the mobs. Because the bats is not like the other bats where you know, it's gonna slow or pause time. Now see when I got it done, everybody, and there's mobs still left, there's mobs up there, I'll just stop shooting them. Why will I stop shooting them? Because somebody else is gonna have the same quest, and they're gonna come over here, and then they'll have some mobs to shoot. So I bravely advance in the opposite direction. And I just leave them over there. Leave them over there for the next person to come in and get their dailies done. No reason for me to kill them all. In fact, I could literally... Oh, look at this cool shot of the Nuka-Cola thing. I could literally walk across the whole entire wasteland and kill every single thing in the whole entire game. At the level I'm at with all the weapons and I have tons of ammo and whatnot, I kill every single thing. And that's usually like level 40, by the way, everybody. In most Fallouts, you become super OP about level 40, for sure. Especially if you're switching over very early from just regular items to legendary items. You just walk around and just annihilate everything. Just got to have enough ammo. That's the trick part. So definitely want to collect that acid, collect steel, collect a whole bunch of that stuff. And of course make gunpowder or collect gunpowder. And then make a bunch of ammo and then you just walk around and destroy everything. Or you can just get a bunch of fusion cores like I have. You can even charge them now, which is pretty cool. If you haven't played the game in a while, they actually added a fusion core charger. So I can just go ahead and put these fusion cores in there. Put that one in as well. And you can see it'll actually charge it over time, which is pretty cool. And most of the time, I would collect like 80 fusion cores a week and then use up 80 fusion cores in a week. But now what I do is I kind of let them run down. I'll automatically switch the fusion cores, let the power of those run down, and then I'll just put them in my charger and then come back and get them. And you can see I have around 30 now. That I kind of rotate between. Now, if I let it go too low and it goes to 0, that fusion core will disappear out of my inventory, just like in Fallout 4. One of the smart things to do in Fallout 4 in the beginning, by the way, if you are using fusion cores, is to let it go down to like, say, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4%, and then take it and sell it to the vendor, and you're going to get half the value. It doesn't matter what level the battery is. You'll get half the value back. Then what you do is you buy a brand new fusion core, and then that fusion core was 100% fusion core, and you can use that. So that really works well to kind of utilize that that cycle. Sell the old one, buy a new one. Just like, you know, in real life, you might sell something, some old version of something at a garage sale or whatever, and then go buy yourself a new version. Like sell all your old toasters or whatever for a few bucks, and then take those bucks and go and buy some new toaster or buy a new this, that, or the other thing, right? So out with the old, in with the new kind of thing. And that's what I do with fusion cores. I go and would sell them for half price in Fallout 4. Now, I don't really need to do that because I'm also make trillions with a T in Fallout as well over time. Now, I'm going to destroy robots with an energy weapon. All right, I know just where to do that. Let's get our energy weapon out, our Gatling laser. I'm a big fan of the Gatling laser. The reason why the Gatling laser is great is because it shoots really fast. It's an energy weapon, and of course, different weapon types have different damage types, and those in certain mobs are more susceptible to damage from certain damage types. Like super mutants take a lot more damage from energy damage than they would from radiation damage. Radiation damage actually helps them because they are radiated from the FEV virus. So you definitely don't want to go around and basically shoot, use a radiation weapon against zombies or against super mutants. So I'm gonna go in here and get this done. Now I just need a few robots, so I'm gonna go in here and tag the robots. Now whenever you're doing this type of quest, by the way, you have to physically tag them yourself or you don't get credit. So I just roll in
on hostile target
and wipe them out like this. Also, when you're doing other quests, like if I had to go kill Overgrown, if somebody in my group killed them, that's different than me going and killing them. Now, a lot of people will go into here, by the way. I'm going to mute all this sound because it's overlapping audio. A lot of people will go in here and just grind this out. Just keep killing mobs because they'll just keep respawning over and over. And there's places in the game that are like that. They'll just keep respawning over and over again, but I come in, kill what I need, and then usually I'll run out of here, though I could teleport out. But I'll just run out of here so that the mobs are not hitting me while I'm trying to teleport. And that's it. Just kill a few mobs, bail out of there, and that's it. I don't sit there and just grind that all day long. How incredibly boring would that be? To just hit that same thing over and over, so just so you could get level, 1,000 or 5,000 or whatever. Boring. That's too boring. Now, another thing I don't do is play the game to a point in which exhaustion. I don't play like Fallout 4 or Fallout 76 all day, every day, until I get to a point where I can't stand playing it anymore, because I like the game. I don't want to burn myself out of the game. And I feel like this is why I see people do it all the time, everybody. Is they'll play the game way too much. They'll burn themselves out in the game, and then they just go to another game. I see streamers do it quite often, everybody. They'll play a game for like a week, and then boom, okay, I'm burnt out on that game. I'll go play another game. And then they'll play for like a couple days, and they'll get burnt out on that game, and so on and so on. That's why I haven't ever burnt out on Fallout 76, is because I play it just for a few hours each day and enjoy that time, blame my team, and then I'm out. That's it. Peace out. Got all my challenges done. We had a bit of fun. We did a bunch of things together, and that's it. Boom, I'm out. Bye-bye. Just like that. Peace out. Again, thanks to my team for coming and joining me, by the way, TARDIS and Godless. Thanks for joining me today. And then I'm out like that. And then I'll come back on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week, and we'll get some more done. I might actually, off stream, I might try to get my weekly done as well to help a little bit. catch up on the rest of the season. So my goal is to get the season done. And when I get the season done, then I will try to get some questing in or go to places I haven't been yet. On this particular playthrough. Now, I've probably already been to them in a previous playthrough, but look at that. We're already 87 of 100. Now, luckily, I did a lot of work at the beginning to get into the 80s because, again, when I'm, my schedule is more of like a guideline than a hard, fast rule, everybody, because I do have a lot of really bad medical conditions. So I do try to, stream as much as I can, but if I don't make it, then that's just the way it's going to be. All right, Kismet Love Train, here we go. There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Man, that's always fun every single time. Just to pop in, have some fun with my buddy Tardis, and now Godless came in as well. That was a lot of fun teaming up. And again, it's fun just to jump in, play a little bit, try not to burn yourself out on it. And then keep it on. Now, thanks to all my Teamwork Tycoons who came in, show some love today in the Kismet Love Train. Also, thanks to all my patron supporters down there as well. And you're like, Kismet, what's your schedule this week? Bam, right over here, everybody. And again, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I play myself some Fallout 76 to my crew. And then on Monday through Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've been playing the Solo Wanderer. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun last night, everybody, when we did a whole bunch of electricity work. And I came up with a new idea called the spiral power, where it spirals outward. And if they destroy the outward power, it doesn't affect the inward power, and it's like a replacement for spikes. You no longer need spikes anymore, and so after Horde Night, you just turn the power off and you go up there and pick up all your loot. It's a wonderful thing. I can't wait to try it on also on my mega base. I'm just going to take all those spikes out, everybody. I'm going to take every single one of them spikes out, and I'm going to do a spiral power. I'm probably not going to use the blade traps, so the blade traps visually are in the way of my team. But I'm definitely going to do that electricity. And then after Horde Night, you just turn the electricity off, and then all the people who collect the bags can just collect the bags super easy without any spikes in the way. Because they changed the way that spikes work. And the spikes, I think, suck now. One, because they're annoying, because mobs can wade through them and get really far in. So say you have spikes that are like 10 deep. They can wade all the way through there, and then they die 6 or 7 spikes in. Then you have to destroy all your spikes to go get the loot, and then you have to put your spikes back again, which this is a counterproductive thing. And so I think the electricity is the thing they did. And they made the electricity thing be 1 block instead of 2. It also works on dogs now. Just all around in great improvement in those electric fences, which makes them super powerful. So we're definitely going to try that out. We're going to work on it some more tonight. So if you want to see that awesome Solo Wanderer base that I built, the Kismet Modular Kill Box, definitely come back tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in about how long from now? Let's see, about 4.5 hours from now, whatever time it is, your local time. So again, also we'll be playing some team play on Saturday and Sunday at 10 p.m. Always a fun time playing with my crew, everybody. It's my favorite thing to do, play with the team. It's also my favorite thing to do in Fallout is to play 76 with my team. So very, very fun. So now you know, and of course that's all of that's on my social media. Everybody can help out the stream tremendously by following those links right there in the chat, or if you're already there, even easier, just go over to youtube.com/KismetBP and hit that subscribe button, which is basically the follow button. Hit that like and leave me a comment of don't burn out. Every time I see those comments, everybody, it does make me smile. It comes right to my phone when you leave comments over there on Twitter or on YouTube. I do appreciate all that, taking that extra time to show some love. It really does help the stream out tremendously, by the way, if you leave comments or you hit the like button, all of that stuff, tremendously. And then over on twitter.com, aka x.com/KismetBP. Notice the BP at the end, everybody. Sadly, I cannot have Kismet because they say it's too generic of a name, but they gave Ninja his name, didn't they? But, of course, I'm not a multimillionaire, so I guess I couldn't buy my way in to get that name, but maybe one day. We'll see. And discord.gg/Kismet, you can check that out. You can also check out kismet.gg, my website. A bunch of cool stuff up there, including game discounts and whatnot. Also, I do put a lot of free games and game discounts and sales and things like that over on the Discord as well. Actually, I got to work on that today. And then also patreon.com/Kismet is the greatest way to support the Kismet Love Train. You also get exclusive stuff over there, like all of my plans and all of that stuff. And of course, a lot of exclusive stuff in there from the past as well for all my patrons over there as well. And more to come as well if I get these darn videos to roll out. I always have some technical problems, everybody. I spent all this work doing all these highlights and fun things. That's going to roll out to my patrons first, and then it just doesn't work. I queued it all up and it's all broken, so I have to go in and delete it all and re-queue it again and see if it works. I'll get it going. I'll probably work on that on Friday. I'm always working on stuff behind the scenes, and a lot of times I'll be working on videos, everybody. Like I was making a video series on Starfield, and I didn't like it, and I just deleted them all. And you got to think that's like 50, 60, 70 hours worth of stuff I did. I just deleted them all, and that's because the Starfield was all bugged out and it had all sorts of issues. So every time I try to like make a video, I'm like, don't like it, and I just delete it. I'm very picky when it comes to the content I put out. I like my stuff to be very concise, very to the point. I don't make stuff for algorithms because they can bite me over there on YouTube. I make stuff for people, and I don't care if 1 person or 5 people or 100 people watch it or 10,000 watch it, as long as it's efficient for their time, right? So I hate watching 45-minute videos on how to turn off the Windows key, right? You go in there and you're like, oh my God, just get to the point, bro. Tell me about how to turn off the Windows key, right? You know how you turn off the Windows key, everybody? If you got a keyboard, like I have gaming keyboards, sometimes there's a button on your keyboard where you just flip that thing over, and then bam, your Windows key is disabled. There you go. Look, I just told you, like in a few seconds, what somebody takes 45 minutes to say. It's like, get to the point, bro. So those are the type of videos I like to do. And so I'll make a video, and then I'll cut it down and cut it down and cut it down and cut it down until it's as concise as it possibly can be. And that's a lot of time that takes to do that as well. So again, thanks to all these people scrolling up. Thanks to my patrons down below. And thanks to all of you hanging out all the way to the end of the stream. So I'm going to go ahead and shower you guys with a bunch of Kiss Cats for future giveaways. I got some coming up. As well, congrats to all the people who did win 7 Days to Die, who won Fallout 76 and Fallout 4 and all this massive amount of codes and giveaways I've done here in stream. And if you won something lately and you haven't checked your whispers, make sure to check your whispers, your Twitch whispers on that. I gave away, I think the last thing I gave away was a copy of the 7 Days to Die on Xbox. I think it was Jay. I think it was Jay who won that. So Jay, check your whispers, and everybody else who won from before. Don't forget to check your whispers over there if you haven't done so in a while. Big time. All right, so I think that's it for us, everybody. We're going to roll on out of here. I'll see you guys in about 4.5 hours at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some more Solo Wanderer 7 Days to Die. See you then. Bye, everybody.
Hi, this is Norbert. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button.